candidate for the United States Senate, Ed Gillespie.
To appeal to people like me. Well, I remember walking away thinking, wow, this guy gets it. He really gets it. And more people need to hear his message. It was one of those aha moments, as one famous talk show host likes to say. And when I got a call a few months later, recruiting me to come work for Ed to help get his message out, I was hesitant at first because I loved what I was doing and never considered leaving covering politics to being in politics. But I was also inspired, as I recalled his remarks during his interview. Ed's leadership, his ability to articulate his desire to build and grow the party, along with a clear-cut commitment to outreach and refreshing approach for how the party would improve its appeal to women and minorities, really struck a chord. And it pulled me from my media perch and into the political arena. Ed and I have worked together on and off ever since, during his time as RNC chairman, counselor to the president, and on campaigns. He's been a friend and a mentor. I've witnessed firsthand that same energy, consistency, and commitment as he's reached out and traveled to diverse communities across the country and here in our Commonwealth. Whether it was economic empowerment or finding faith-based solutions for problems big government isn't designed to fix, Ed has been a leader, an example of what works and how to bring people together to get it done. In addition to the incredible gains and success along the way, I've never seen anybody work as hard toward those efforts as Ed has. Virginia needs that in a senator, and we need that in our nominee. We need someone like Ed who understands what it means to build coalitions, broaden the base, while remaining true to the common sense, conservative values Virginia small business owners like me expect in a senator. I'm a proud delegate and even prouder to support my friend Ed. And if you turn your attention to the screen, you will see a few more reasons why Virginians can believe in Ed Gillespie. Thank you.
These are values that you and I have been fighting for years. These values include personal freedom, individual liberty, limited constitutional government, our free enterprise system. I'm supporting Ed Gillespie because I know that Ed Gillespie is committed to those values. In nation. Ed Gillespie knows how to win. He is one of the principal drafters of the contract with America as Republican National Committee chair. He is the first chair in 80 years to win the White House, the Senate, and the United States House of Representatives. How to unify Republicans. He knows how to build bridges and coalitions with independents and those conservative Democrats who don't realize yet that they're really Republicans. We need them to win. I want a candidate who will expose Mark Warner for the liberal that he is, for voting down the line with Harry Reid, Nancy Pelosi, and the president, for his support of cap and trade. I want to expose him for giving us that little thing called Obamacare. Ladies and gentlemen, join me in welcoming our next United States Senator from the Commonwealth of Virginia.
Because when we win here in November, it won't just mean that Mark Warner will become the former senator from Virginia. Harry Reid will become the former Senate Majority Leader. We know why that's so important because we see the damaging effects of the Obama-Reid-Warner policies all around us. We see the lost jobs, the lower take-home pay, the skyrocketing healthcare costs, the higher energy prices. We saw our economy shrink by a full percentage point in the last quarter and the lowest labor force participation rate in 35 years. And we know that our policies based on free markets and free people and our constitutional principle of limited government would make things better for ourselves and our families and our fellow Americans. Liberals in Washington would have us believe that this mediocre economy is somehow a matter of our fate, that we just have to accept this as the new normal and it's the best we can do. Nonsense. The new normal is the old mediocre and we can do better. This economy is not a matter of fate. It is the result of President Obama's job-killing policies, and Mark Warner has voted with him 97% of the time since taking office. Voted to raise our taxes by nearly $1 trillion, for $7 trillion in new debt against a balanced budget amendment. He supports cap and trade legislation and a carbon tax. And of course, he didn't just vote for the Affordable Care Act, Obamacare. He worked and whipped to help to get it passed. I will take a completely different approach as our senator. I will fight any effort to increase our taxes. I will not just vote for a balanced budget amendment in the United States Senate. I will introduce one. I will fight against any effort to impose a carbon tax or a cap and trade regime on our economy, as I always have. I will stand up for our coal miners in Virginia and the families and businesses that are and when Obamacare was moved through Congress, I warned of its dangerous consequences, that its mandates, its taxes, its regulations would kill jobs, raise our health care costs, and limit our choices. And now, Mark Warner wants to keep it. And I know we have to repeal Obamacare and replace it with policies that work. Because of its disincentives to work, 2.5 million fewer people will be working in our economy over the next decade. And do you remember what the White House said when they heard that report? They said it's a good thing, because it would mean that more of us will be free to pursue our hobbies. That's what they said. That's what they believe. The worst thing about their policies is not just that they are killing jobs, they are destroying the American work ethic. And we know that there's not just economic value in labor, there is human dignity in work, and we need more people to have that dignity. That's why I am supporting Progressive Economic Plan, EG², Ed Gillespie's agenda for economic growth. Look at it, it's answers that are based on our free markets and our free people, and I believe in those kinds of policies. We can double our economic growth rate. That would mean 10 million new jobs. That would mean 3 million of our fellow Americans would be lifted out of poverty, which would mean they would be paying taxes rather than getting benefits, and that means our deficit would come down by 1/3. As our senator, I'll work to make sure that other families and future generations can enjoy the blessings of liberty that my family has seen here in the United States. If you nominate me, I will not let you down. I'll stand up for innocent human life, which begins at conception and ends natural health. I will stand up for our Second Amendment individual rights. I will stand up for our men and women in uniform and the veterans who have served to keep us free. If we nominate someone else here today, I will support our nominee. Any one of us could be a better vote in the Senate in our corner. We have come into this hall through different doors. But we will leave this hall through one Republican door, united in our principles to defeat our parliamentary Senate. I would ask you to allow me to lead us through that door. I will take our fight